Hey everybody, welcome back to Minor Stuff. I'm Matt.
I'm Pat.
We're the Minor Brothers. Today we're going over our tips for hunting unicorns when you're bourbon hunting. Let's get into it.
Alright everybody, before we get started, please help us grow this channel. Throw that like button on this video for us. Drop some comments down below. You guys can say you guys are awesome. You can say you suck. It doesn't matter. A comment is a comment. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that little notification bell. That way you can keep up to date with all the stuff that we're putting out. And you can also find out how we find all of these amazing unicorns as well.
Yeah. So tonight what we're drinking, good old Wild Turkey 101. It's a mainstay. Every bar should have this. Every home bourbon bar.
Every home bourbon bar needs it.
Wild Turkey
Period.
101.
Yes.
So we all have this thing. What do we want? As soon as we start getting into bourbons, the very first question is, what's the first couple bottles I buy?
Well, the first question is when you first walk into the store and you say, I don't know what the hell I want because there's so many things down there. And then you start looking online and you start hearing all these people talk about unicorns. And now you walk in there and you want all this amazing stuff that everybody tells you is the absolute best.
Yep. And you can start off, if you're wondering where to start in bourbon, go to our little video and, for how to start a home bourbon bar.
Yep.
And then when you're trying to look for these things, and these aren't just the only unicorns out there. There's tons of them. Pappy, George C. Stagg, basically all the BTAC collection, King of Kentucky. Like, there's a ton of great stuff out there that is
we haven't
just
got our hands on
really, really allocated. It's hard, and I'm not going to be paying $2,000, $5,000 for any of these bottles. I'm very much the only one I'm willing to pay secondary on so far. This one right here. I will definitely pay some secondary for this because it is
I will
good.
too. Yeah. It touches you in the right place. It's amazing.
But the very first thing that I started doing to figure out where to start, tip number one for us, Facebook and online groups. You know what I mean? On Facebook, I'm in a whole bunch of bourbon hunting, so just search your area. Like I started with New Hampshire bourbon clubs, New Hampshire bourbon finders, New England, because I'm not even saying to our state. Like, I'll go anywhere to get this stuff, so I'm just searching everywhere. So start looking for bourbon groups, bourbon clubs, and bourbon finder. Just type in bourbon finder, see what pops up for your area, and then hop into them. And then just put the notifications on, so every time somebody finds something, you're made aware of it. And that's how we've gotten a huge amount of stuff.
And network when you're within those groups to see if the members in there are part of other groups as well. Because the more knowledge you have at your fingertips, the more it's going to help you find all this amazing stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number two, local bourbon clubs. So there's all sorts of different local things
join
that you
your
can
local state
join.
club.
Yep, and even some stores have clubs.
Yeah.
As well. So knowing those tips and tricks, they're gonna get you more information on to when this stuff drops.
We joined a club, a local club, and they're saying, hey, our stores just did this pick. Sign up, you can do it. And it's nice because you know what? You're supporting the store, and they're supporting you as a local bourbon person. Like, not just these random people who say, hey, you know what? Oh, they're dropping Weller. Oh, they're dropping this. I'm going to go buy this one thing from them. No, they're helping us who support them all the time get these amazing bottles, which I think is great.
If you can't tell, he's still a little sore from losing one very recently.
Totally sore from that. Number three, though, local store owners. Go to your small shops, talk to them, and support them. And they're going to help. I've had a couple, one lady who runs a local store. She's like, hey, you know what? Every Wednesday we get our delivery for Buffalo Trace products, Eagleberry, stuff like that. And that's how I was always having a steady supply of Eagleberry until she just stopped being able to get it herself. But that was great. I never would have had that if I didn't, go in there regularly. And I never leave a store like that without buying something. I don't need stuff. I have all this stuff. I don't need more, but I'm going to just to make those connections so I can get those rare bottles.
And so you buy a cheap $20-something whiskey, use it as a mixer, and you're creating a bond and a friendship with somebody that might help you out long term. You never know when that's going to pay off. So it's always a good thing to have. Plus, not only the local owners, but so we're in New Hampshire and we have these state liquor stores. Well, half the time they don't put all the good stuff out, and you actually have to ask somebody for it. So you have to go and talk to these people. Hey, has there been anything limited release coming out, anything like that? Do you have anything out back that's not out front yet? You have to talk to these people and ask, because we never would have got the E.H. Taylor if we didn't actually ask somebody that worked there.
And don't be the douche who goes up and just says, yeah, just go give me one of the allocated stuff you have out back. No, you got to talk to these people, be nice, be courteous to them. How many people walk into a store and say, hey, yeah, can I get some blends? No, we don't have any blends, because they probably don't. Don't be a douche. If they say no, it isn't. Like, he went in to get this bottle. I knew it was in there because somebody else had just gone in and bought it.
Bourbon Group said, go in, guy had a beard.
Showed me the receipt and everything.
Talked to the guy with the beard. He's like, we don't have any. And
I went in the next morning. I was able to get it. So they had the delivery, but, you know, like, again, it's just make friends with these people. Be nice to these people. They deal with this a lot. You might not always win, but at least every now and then you do get some. So,
yep. Definitely.
Number 4, making friends.
Making friends. So, you know, you're going to have people that you run into that while you're doing it, as weird as it is, you're going to meet regular people at the liquor store. Yeah. And you become friendly with them.
Online groups.
Online groups as well.
Yeah, like your friends outside, they see something, they'll text you and say, hey, by the way, I just found this. And you text them.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, this just dropped.
If they hit you up before they hit up the group on Facebook, then you just got an extra leg up on everybody else. Because some of the stuff goes out on Facebook, and literally before we can get to the store, it's gone.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you have an extra leg up on that, even better.
And not only that, you can have friends. We've had friends that entered lotteries to help us out. We've had friends that have gone in to buy stores, you know, to hang out in lines with us, whatever, you know, and it's nice because, you know, then they're like, really? This is actually pretty cool, and they get into it too.
Bourbon hunting is fun, and it should be fun.
Yeah, and the next one, this one's a little sketchy, but shop in the sketchy places. So, and I say this in the nicest way possible, but you go to the very real sketchy places outside of cities and stuff, those people don't have the money for the good bourbons. So what does it happen? They just sit collecting dust on a locked cabinet. So you can find a lot of good stuff. We went down to Connecticut in a place where I was like, man, I feel like I'm going to get shot here. But you know what? I went into the store and found some awesome stuff sitting in the locked cabinet. I'm like, I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll take that. And they were like, really? I'm like, yes, please, hurry up before I get shot, because I just wanted to leave. But you've got to do that sometimes, because you know what? They get these deliveries too, and they're just not selling them there because the people just don't. They're going in for the cheap, you know, whatever, the cheapest liquor they can, Natty Daddy Ices or whatever. It's what suits them. But, you know, shop in those places because this stuff goes there.
It does. It does. Number 6, we're going to know your release dates. So, Stag Junior, now going to be Stag, gets released twice a year. You know, if I'm going around in, you know, March, June, whatever, trying to get it, and it hasn't just got out, you're not going to find it. So you can go everywhere asking everybody, and they're just going to be like, no, and probably just, you know, be annoyed with you. So you need to know, like, the release dates of these special things and when they start coming out.
And this doesn't always help you, too. Sometimes, even though it got released, stores will not release them, hold on to them because they're going to wait for their lottery drawings or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been told plenty of times, oh, yeah, you know, Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend, it's coming out in a couple weeks. It's coming out in a couple weeks. Yeah, I should get my shipment anytime. You know, I kept checking back. And, you know, I wasn't being a jerk about checking back. I was just, whenever I stopped in, I would say, hey, yeah, you know, hey, did you get this in yet or any of these things? And find out he had it. He just was waiting for the lottery, which, hey, it's something they do.
You start seeing it pop up other places, and you know it's out.
But that's good, too, though, because you can still go check those other places, too.
And release dates don't help people like us in New Hampshire, where we have the state liquor store. They just have this massive warehouse, and they just randomly send stuff to stores. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Like Stag Junior Batch 12. We're on Batch 17 right now. 18 will be getting dropped right now. New Hampshire just released Batch 12 in December. Yep. Like, it was just a random, hey, they sent it out to stores and it just went out.
You just want to say, what the hell, New Hampshire? Get with it. Like, come out with a regular thing to release it. It's just a roll of the dice. You can't ever make any sense of it. It is so frustrating.
And that sort of rolls into the next tip, which is know your delivery days. So I've talked to, and you can learn them by talking, making friends with the people that work at the stores, the local owners, stuff like that. Like I said, the girl told me that every Wednesday was her Eagle Rare delivery, And I started showing up, and I got a couple extra bottles doing that way.
And we also realized that delivery turned into deliveries in other similar stores in the area as well. We found out at our Total Wine, they get Blanton's once a month.
Yeah.
And it goes out on a Wednesday. So at the end of the month on a Wednesday, that's their Blanton's day. So you know that's when you gotta,
Then you just gotta try to sit there and get there in that 20-minute window, because as soon as they get it and they put it out, it's pretty much gone like that.
Yes, and it's also what time
But
does that delivery come in? That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Does the delivery come in at 9 a.m.? Are they putting it on the shelves right away, or something they're putting in the afternoon? That's the part you have to figure out. But
And
knowing
sometimes
that
it
day,
does. It's gone out before, 9:30 in the morning. It's been dropped out, and other days it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
We've been there at 9 a.m. expecting it to be out on the shelves
They
right
had
away.
it marked and everything for the one. Knowing the delivery was coming, it didn't come till the afternoon.
Yep.
So the next thing that we do is online shopping and email notifications. So Old Forester, they do ship to New Hampshire. They don't ship to every state, but they will ship here. And we've gotten some, a single barrel proof that way. I tried to get the Antique 117 collection, but that obviously it's just sold out too fast.
And the notifications, when you're hunting, you have to have more than one person get the notification.
Yeah.
So for us, we learned this because he got the notification signed up. I hadn't signed up for it. So he went online, got his bottle, calls me up. I immediately go online, sold out already. So I didn't get the notification, so I didn't jump on it right away. And literally they go that quick. So, if you're doing this with a friend, have somebody else sign up for it. And that way it increases your chances that much more.
Yeah. Next tip too, go out of state.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how often do we live in New Hampshire, so we're right around Maine, Vermont, Massachusetts. We got a lot of states bordering us. It's not that far of a drive, but we do routinely drive an hour plus to go to stores. And what we do is we make a trip out of it.
Yeah.
So we hop in the truck together. We, go out. We'll do some other stuff. Stop at a good restaurant, whatever. But we literally plan, and we'll make a stop around 9 places or something like that when we do our hunting days. There are other days that we just go to 1 or 2 stores, our normal 2, regular stores. But every now and then, do a road trip and just hit up as many stores as you can and just find out what's out there.
It's fun just to have a road trip day. It really is. Brings the bond better. But not only between us because we're brothers, but you do it just with a friend. You're gonna make your friendship a little bit better. You sit there, shoot the shit the whole time. Yeah. Get some good food, have a good cigar. It's a great day. Great day.
So, and then the sort of the 10th thing, which isn't really a tip, it's more of a thing that you're gonna have to realize that you're not always gonna get stuff. And you can't always expect that you're gonna find a unicorn. Even following all these tips, you're gonna show up to stores, you're gonna get denied. They're gonna say no. And it sucks sometimes. I'm still peeved off from a local one.
Yep, it's
a
learning process.
It happens.
Yep.
We had a local thing sell out within 30 seconds. When they have 80 people who buy from them regularly and they have 100 bottles, you expect that you probably get one, especially when you're on right at that time.
Yep.
And we didn't.
It's in your cart and it's gone before you can check out. It's crazy.
It's the bots got ahead of us that day.
Yeah.
And it sucks that happens. But that is something that happens with all these unicorns.
I would say tip number 10 is don't give up.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get let down. You're going to get frustrated. I mean, I'm pretty sure you were ready to punch a baby seal in the face the other day. You were so upset.
My goodness.
And what do you got to do? You just got to keep going at it. But you're also going to keep learning as you go at it. So we now learn for the next time what to expect when this happens. Also, the same thing, we Black Friday shopping. We went somewhere thinking there was going to be awesome Black Friday deals. There was nothing. It sucked. Then we learned somebody else had a whole bunch of unicorns that they held on to for Black Friday. So we're going to go there next time. You're going to keep learning. It's just a process that you're just going to keep changing and changing and changing as you go through it.
And the cool thing is as you go through this process, you'll make new friends, you'll find new places, have new experiences. It's a journey.
Yes.
It really is a journey. And it's a fun one. That's half the fun about doing this is just hunting the bourbon.
Second half is drinking it.
Yes. It gets addictive, it gets expensive, but it's a good time. So let us know down in the comments, what bottles are you hunting for right now? Or what are your tips to help some other people, find their stuff?
And if you're part of any awesome groups online or any great websites, drop it down below in the comments. Help everybody out. We're one big community, right?
Yeah. So with that, we hope you guys all like our tips and have a good day.